We have a long-awaited showdown here. Matchup of two elite quarterbacks. Might not see a better QB duel all season long. Both guys hoping to use this big stage to display their supremacy. Welcome to Happy Valley, Pennsylvania, and home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. West Shore home field at Beaver Stadium. As we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to start us off. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. It's Stockton. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. You think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
And here's the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, it's a great catch near the sideline and does a good job of getting that foot down to secure the catch.
The Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going. What we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown in midseason.
Yeah, midseason games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
Looking to throw. It's Stockton. Lets it fly out of the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. Tackle made quickly after the catch, but moves the ball to the 12, a red zone opportunity.
The defense spreads all over the field playing zone, trying to make this quarterback make a mistake by throwing it into coverage. But he finds the soft spot on the curl and picks up a first down.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. The back's got it again. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. The offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And with that miss, the score will stay right where it is. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. From the shotgun, an inside handoff.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Over the middle and incomplete. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. And it falls incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 42. To throw, it's Stockton. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grabbed by the receiver. They finally make the tackle, but solid gain sets them up first down at the 33.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That one's picked off. What a play. Right into the open. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
How about the big fella coming up with the interception? You don't see that very often.
Here comes the first play of the drive now from the 44. Keeping it on the ground here. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Short connection to the tight end here. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
He's got it with room to run. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And the Nittany Lions will line up on 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. It's a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. And it's picked off in the end zone. Look out, he's in the clear. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
Now they come out in that nickel package, and the move pays off, gives them an extra defensive back on the field, a little bit more speed and awareness, and it pays off with this big interception.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. On the move now. He's looking to scramble, and the defense wraps him up.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Scanning the field. It's Stockton. Pressure is coming. Makes the catch downfield. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for walks. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle for showing some quickness for his size.
And we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Now on 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Knight. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down.
Well, this running back is very dangerous in the open field as a runner. Here we see him catching the football as a receiver, but the defense does a great job of keeping him short of the 1st down marker.
Buckeyes will line up to kick it away, and he should be able to pin them back deep here with his first punt. And now before the kickoff, a timeout has been taken by the receiving team. The Buckeyes will send the punt team onto the field. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. And looking to throw now on 1st down. It's a quick catch. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. A completion makes it 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. On the tight end, grabs it over the middle. They stop it at the 49, but that'll be a 1st down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
They move the 6th. They'll hurry to the line here on 1st down now. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Shimania. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. 1st down now at the 40. Nittany Lions will come to the line to run the hurry up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw again. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. The intensity, Kirk, already evident this kind of rivalry game. Look, you play one of the biggest rivalries there is in Ohio State, Michigan. What was different about that?
Yeah, I think the emotions are flying around early. I think the team that's able to get down and just kind of settle in and play football is a team that jumps out to an early advantage. I always talk to Nick Saban about it. He's been in so many big rivalries as a coach. And he says, hey, what am I supposed to do? Get them more fired up when we play against an Auburn versus playing against a Mississippi State? No, we're going to be the same team every single time we go out. Kind of control those emotions is the team that's going to end up winning.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Grab down the middle. It's Shimania. They make the tackle, but the offense now set up for the 1st down at the 21.
It's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. Direct snap. Wildcat picks up a solid gain, but they're still short of the 1st. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Same tailback, another carry. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a 1st down. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Receiver makes the catch. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. They trap him and sack him back at the 10. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with the perfect call on this important play coming up. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Field goal is good. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pocket breaking down. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. They bring him down. A chance to turn that into points just before halftime.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
You made it. 3 points on the board. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. The back's got it. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Meta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Throws to the tight end. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
When they come out firing here to start this second half, they didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Looking right, this one's caught. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. The pass rush closing in. Catch made in space. Look out. He's out of bounds after a nice gain, and finally a spark of life from this offense.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for the wide out. Makes the grab and keeps the foot in bounds. That's going to be enough for a first down. Great play.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Looking to throw it again. Turns it loose downfield. And he can't hold on right in his hands. And he dropped it.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Love to see defensive backs who are able to locate the football and break on the ball and be able to go up and make a clean interception. Great play here.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
They look to throw it here on second down. He flips it to the back across the middle. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. And the Nittany Lions hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Bringing pressure. Looking for his big tight end. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
It's a good job by the defense here on this third down, and now it's going to bring up a big fourth down play and a decision here for the head coach.
They'll kick it away here. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. The right flat's open. The quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Here's the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Looking for a receiver. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Looking to pass here on second down. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he cannot quite hold on down there in the end zone. Would have been a great pick. Instead, a third down play coming up.
Well, in case you're counting at home, that was nearly his third interception of the game. That offensive staff has either got to give this quarterback some easy passes to build his confidence up, or they need to make a change and bring the other guy in. He's just reckless out there so far today.
Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. They're going to trust the kicker from 56 yards out. Let's see if he's got the distance. Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. The deficit remains at 6 after that miss.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Puts into space at the 50. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
A good push up front here. Back, I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And they'll keep it on the the handoff.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Catch made on the out route. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. The Nittany Lions will crank up the tempo. And the single back takes the handoff. Finding some room with the 25. They make the stop, but that gains enough to set him up first down at the 14.
Boy, there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than to give up a first down on a big run like that on third down. You got them where you want them, probably thinking that they're going to throw the ball. Instead, they run it and gash you for a huge gain on the ground.
And as we take a break to flip into the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And now the handoff. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Takes the toss and heads left. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the back's got to stay in bounds. Because remember, with the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then it'll start again. So stay in bounds and work that clock.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And that one's straight down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he throws his third interception of the day. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple of scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession. You need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
The offense gifted with great starting field position for this drive. And there's the handoff. And that one produces a decent gain.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
The Nittany Lions are in the red zone. Away with the run game. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
First down here for this offense. press the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense is doing everything they can to try to rip that ball out. They've got to get the football back to their own offense to have any chance, obviously, of winning this game.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs to stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt.
Here we go.
3rd and short, it's the tight end trying to gain the yardage. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a 1st down and goal right there. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the Nittany Lions looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Defense getting very heavy here, looking to stuff the run. And 2nd and goal by handing to him again. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
The offense still looking to score a touchdown for the first time. Now it's 3rd and goal. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
This time, a completion. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Lets it go quickly. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be 1st down yardage. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for his back. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. The first down pickup tackled at the 45. Fourth down conversion gives him a fresh set of downs, but time is running out. They get to the line quickly. That's incomplete, even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 in the first down. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking downfield near the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
What a job by this offense to be able to get this score. And now, Chris, you look at that scoreboard. They're within one possession. Big decision about whether you kick it and rely on the defense or you go with the onside kick and hope for some luck.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery.
Good call here to go with this onside kick. It looked like they may have had a shot to be able to come up with this recovery. Unfortunately, they don't, and this could wrap up the ballgame.
And the offense will just take a knee. That's the kind of matchup we hope for. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love playing these kind of games. You really are going to get tested. You find out what you're made out of. And